today's session we are going to take some important questions from chapter number 6, that is tissues. So in this session also we are going to discuss some of the questions. So let us begin. The first question here is, explain how corks are formed and what is their role. Children, you all must have observed cork on the stem of or the trunk of a huge tree. The outer part, when you go outside, please observe this, that in a huge trees, that trunk is very hard in structure and it has that outer layer which comes out, that is called as cork. It is a dead part of plant. Please, when you are going outside, observe its texture. As plants grow older, a strip of secondary meristem replaces the epidermis of the stem. Cells cut on the outer side by this meristem are called cork. They are protective in function for older stems, twigs or branches, and they are impervious to gases and water. Now the second question is, explain the process of differentiation. This differentiation process is very important and it only demarcates meristematic tissues from permanent tissues. And this differentiation process takes place in plants as well as in animals also. So let us see what we have to write in this question's answer. The loss of ability to divide by taking up a permanent shape, size and function is called differentiation. In the beginning of a cell, the cell is undifferentiated. Means it is not it has not got a particular kind of shape, size and function. Nothing is decided. So that time that cell is called as undifferentiated cells. As soon as it gets the ability that what kind of shape it has to take, what kind of size it will be having, what function it has to perform, that time it will be a differentiated cell which has a particular task of doing something in the living organism. So that is a difference between undifferentiated and differentiated cells. Undifferentiated cells are meristematic cells. This question is, why does growth of plant occur in specific regions only? Where are the following found? The first one is intercalary meristem and the second one is lateral meristem. So the answer to this question is, plants possess a special tissues or meristem for growth. It occurs at specific regions like apices or apical part, nodal areas and sides. It can be the apical part of a root. It can be shoot apex also. It can be nodal area from where node arises. It can be lateral side of the plant. Accordingly, growth occurs only in those areas where meristematic tissues or meristem is present. The first intercalary meristem is above or below the nodal areas and at the base of leaves, and the lateral meristem occurs on both sides, lateral sides of root and stem. Now the next question is, in which connective tissue matrix contains salts of calcium and phosphorus? And the second question in this question only is, which connective tissue is present in ear? Which connective tissue is connects two bones? Which connective tissue is found in bone marrow? Very interesting questions are there. So the first question's answer is bone. Bone is a connective tissue in which salts of calcium and phosphorus are present. Then the connective tissue which is present in your ear and in your nose is cartilage. And the connective tissue which connect two bones is ligament, which is dense, yellow, fibrous connective tissue. And the connective tissue which is found inside your bone marrow is areolar tissue. Next question is, what is the chemical substance that makes the cells of sclerenchyma very hard? Mention where the tissue is likely to be present. The first question's answer is lignin, and the second question's answer is around the vascular bundles and hypodermis of monocot stem. Children, you will be studying about monocot and dicot in higher classes. You need not to be worried about this question's answer. And it is present in the bundle caps, hard coverings of seeds, nuts, and husk of coconut. Now the next question is, list any two differences between the structure and location of striated and unstriated muscles. This question can be formed in other language also, like differentiate between striated and non-striated muscles, or differentiate between striated and cardiac muscles. Like this way, any muscles can be asked for differentiation. So let us focus on to this particular question, where the first point in striated muscles is focusing on the structure of that muscle. That is, they are cylindrical, multinucleated with alternate light and dark bands, which gives them appearance of striations. In case of smooth muscles or unstriated muscles, they are spindle shaped, uninucleate and without light and dark bands. The location of striated muscle is mostly attached to bones and help in movement of the body. Whereas in case of unstriated or smooth muscles, these muscles are present in dermis, digestive tract, blood vessels, iris of eye, urogenital tract, reproductive system, etc. State one function of areolar tissue and cuboidal epithelium. So the function of areolar tissue can be binding, packing and covering of body organs, besides providing materials for repair of injury. In cuboidal epithelium, stratified epithelium provides protection, while simple one takes part in absorption, excretion, secretion and forming a germinal layer. Next question is, write the function of bones, cartilage, ligament and tendons. So the answer to this question is, bones forms supporting framework of body and protects vital organs like brain, heart and lungs, whereas in case of cartilages, it provides support, frictionless movement and flexibility to various parts of the body wherever it is present. Ligaments connect a bone to another bone and provides for movement at the joints. And tendons are attached to muscles, and it is a kind of attachment between bones and muscles which facilitates the movement of various body parts. Now the next question is quite lengthy, so please focus more onto the question's language. The question says, a horse and a mango tree are both complex living organisms with specialized yet different tissue system to perform the basic life processes. One is a tree and other one is an animal, complex active animal. So give the reasons for possessing different tissues to perform similar functions. You have to give an idea about what type of tissues they have which are going to be similar in both of these. So the answer to this question is support. In mango, which is fixed, the supportive tissue is dead and requires little maintenance. In horse, the supportive tissue is organized to provide mobility in the body of horse. So that is a basic difference. Growth, mango has to discard older organs as it does not have an excretory system. It therefore continues to grow throughout life with the help of meristematic tissues present in it. Horse has an excretory system. It does not discard old structures. Therefore, it stops growing after attaining maturity. There can be multiple other answers to this question. You will have to think logically while answering such type of questions. Now next question is, list any two functions of epithelial tissues in human body. So the function which is explained here is protection, because that is the major function of epithelial tissues. Being surface layer, epithelium protects the underlying structures from injury, microbes, toxins and desiccation. Whereas the second important function is exchange of various materials across it. It takes part in exchange of gases in lungs between alveoli and blood capillaries, and exchange of gases and materials in tissues between blood capillaries and tissue fluids. Thank you.